call you back?
Let me call you back on the real phone. Hang on. Don't worry about this. Only in a few weeks' time I'll be responsible for the economy, but don't let this worry you. He's gone on to answer phone. Oh, well, I was the Shadow Chancellor. Oh, hang on. Jeremy.
Hi, John.
Right, you're talking to the assembled crowd of Seema's constituency in Feltham-Heston. Do you want to shout?
Yes, are you ready? Am I on broadcast yet?
Yeah, you are. That was for me, not you.
I think you've got a great team there tonight, Seema and John speaking to the meeting. We started the campaign on Tuesday. We've already had hundreds of thousands of pounds sent in on £20 donations from people all over the country. We've had huge events already, and we had a massive launch on Thursday morning at Battersea Arts Centre. And whatever they throw at us, we will take it, and we will go out there and campaign like we've never campaigned before, because the stakes in this election are so very, very high. Do we want to live in a country where Boris Johnson takes us into the arms of Donald Trump and a trade deal to destroy our NHS, or are we going to live in a country where you've got a government determined to end poverty, inequality and injustice? We are a party that can deliver all of that and unite the entire country. And I'm going to be campaigning all around the country, as is John, Seema and everybody else, because we're going to take the message everywhere. And you know what, my friends? We are going to win. Is that okay?
Thanks, Jeremy. Thanks for that. Really grateful. Now, go and put your feet up.
I'm going to go and get fit now, John.
Okay. See you then. Bye.
Thanks. Take care.
Bye.
Tell the truth about the Tories' misjudged cuts and austerity. A plan that wasn't about the country as much as it was about them. And we've got a lot to do. A lot to do in the next few weeks. But it's a chance that we have to turn a corner in our country. A chance that we have to turn the back on the division of the last 3 years. A chance that we have to say to the world that what Britain has been through, we will come through. And we will come through and stand tall again as a nation leading, not a nation divided. That's why we need to win. And that's why we need to win. Because this election is about a real choice. And it is a choice now between all of those things getting worse or us turning a corner and putting the people first. So I'm really grateful to you all for being here, because the truth is that this is going to be an incredibly hard campaign, making sure that not just do we keep this seat Labour, but we return a Labour government, and it is well beyond time that we do so. Thank you very much.
Seema, for the work that she's done with us all the time she's been in Parliament. The work that she's done in terms of support, but also the ideas that she's developed, the way she articulates on behalf of this constituency, the constituency's needs, but also the work that she's done about promotion of equality, particularly for women, but also the various diverse groups within our community. You think sometimes how hard it is for a woman to get up in the Commons when you've got braying Tories opposite you all the time, for a woman to get up and raise issues around equality, raise issues around diversity, raise issues about social justice, and it can be tough, and you need a bit of courage. Seema's shown that courage, and she'll do that when you re-elect her as the MP of Australia. Solidarity. They called it in December because they think there'll be a low turnout, students won't be able to vote. All of those issues they've brought forward because they think they've got a standing in the polls now that will sweep them to victory. In the polls today, they're anything between 8 and 15% lead. Last time they called the snap election, they were 25 points ahead. And that really encouraged, if you remember Theresa May, to go for that walk in the Welsh Hills and come back and declare an election. Well, we turned that over, and I think if the election campaign in 2017 had gone on another week, we'd be in government now. We can turn this round. We can turn it round on the basis of what we are. We're a social movement now. We haven't got the money that they have. The hedge funds who speculated on no-deal Brexit have poured money into the Tories. We haven't got that scale of money. We haven't got those resources. But what we have got is you. We've got 500,000 members, enthusiastic for an election to get rid of these Tories, knocking on people's doors. Norman Smith, the BBC journalist, interviewed me the other day. And he said when he got home, he'd finished work on the BBC, done the news and all the rest of it. When he got home, he shuts the door and there's knocking at the door Labour canvassers. He thought we were following him. We're going to establish a national education service from cradle to grave, free at the point of use, just like the NHS. Free childcare, properly funded primary and secondary schools, ending the SATs, lifting the burden off teachers, making sure when people stay on at school and do all the right things, get their results, they go to university, they're not piled with debt, so we'll scrap tuition fees. So we're going to fund the NHS, but we're also going to end the privatisation of the NHS. And the one thing we're going to make sure that happens as well, whatever happens over Brexit and how we go forward, we'll never let the NHS be sold to Trump and the people and the corporations, US corporations. All of those policies are exciting people and exciting the new generation. But there is a future, there is a hope. And that's what this election is all going to be about. 9 years of harsh, brutal Tory austerity. And here you have a Labour Party now going on people's doorsteps to give them hope again. That is that we can build a new future. And it can be based upon our principles, which is about equality and social justice and community. That's what this election is all about.